So I'm about to give you the world's easiest pop quiz. Are you ready? So when I say a slogan, you tell me the name of the company. Ready? Just do it. Nice. I'm loving it. Have it your way. Nice. So all of these companies have established an identity based on these slogans. All of these companies have branded themselves so that you recognize them and know what they stand for. But what if I said your name right now? What would people shout? So my question to you is, what is your brand? Every time I introduce myself to someone, I say the exact same thing every time. I say, my name is Neha Husein. I'm a senior at SMU, majoring in human rights and marketing. Why do I say that? Why is that the thing that I say about all of the things about me, the one characteristic I choose to say? Why don't I say, my name is Neha, and I have a dog named Teddy that weighs 120 pounds? Or why don't I say, my name is Neha Husein, and my favorite food is cookie dough ice cream? Right? But I choose to say that I'm a student over and over and over again, even when it might not necessarily make sense for me to say that. I started thinking about this a lot when I decided to do something about the issue of distracted driving. But I'll start with a story. In February of 2014, I was driving down the highway and there was a little bit of traffic. I was listening to Drake, as we all do, and all of a sudden I was rear-ended by a woman that was texting and driving. And I pulled over and we were talking and I couldn't stop crying, and she was apologizing, and it seemed like everything was fine, and I felt like I didn't do anything wrong, but somehow after that, I was just paralyzed with fear. I felt like everyone around me was texting and driving, and there was nothing I could do about it. And I felt like I was just gonna get hit over and over and over again with no sort of acknowledgement of my existence. Eventually, I decided to create an app that prevents texting and driving called Just Drive, and it rewards people for not texting and driving. And after I did that, I started talking to CEOs and managers and restaurant owners and all of these wonderful people that couldn't care less that I was still in school. They cared about my company and my brand and what I represented. I would go to these meetings with 50 copies of my resume, and I never used one of them. I actually needed business cards, and I didn't think about that until the longest time. I was advocating for social change, and I didn't even know it. I was just doing something so that people like me could feel safer on the road. I don't think it hit me that I could be a student and a lifelong learner just like all of you are, and be more than that. So now I want to encourage you to think about your brand and how you represent yourself to everyone else in the world. How are you establishing your identity with everyone that you talk to? And this goes beyond just meeting people. Think about social media. Think about how you represent yourself when you're tweeting or on Instagram. Think about the relationships you've built with your family, your friends, your classmates. But what's also important to note, that it's not about how they see you, it's about how you want them to see you. You are your own biggest advocate, and no one else can create a brand for you. It's your job to make your brand what you want it to represent. So with that, my name is Neha Husein. I'm a human rights entrepreneur, and I love cookie dough ice cream. Thank you.